Well, I'll tell you, it was really funny to wake up not employed. It's the first time in 38 years that I've been since I've been unemployed, as they say. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you're high, as you know, in this business. Sometimes you're high, sometimes you're low.
You know, honing in on a little bit of that, high and low. How are you inside feeling today? You seem to be in good spirits.
Well, I don't think it's hit yet, and I think it will hit after Saturday, and it will be a little different in Saturday when I sit down and watch where I was for 38 years, and I have no idea, and I don't think Ron McLean has any idea what they're going to run after the first period, and so it'll be interesting to see. It'll be watched for sure, because everybody will be wanting to see what goes on at the end of the first period.
Taking a little, a step back from this and looking in, do you regret the rant? Do you regret what you said, Don?
Well, I think I used the word. I forget what the word it was. Anyway, you people love you. They come here, whatever it is. You love our way of life. You love our milk and honey. At least you could pay a couple of bucks for poppies or something like that. But what I should have said, everybody. And if I had to do over again, I would have said everybody, because the silent majority, as you know, that are with me, are silent. And the people that jumped on it are not silent, and that's what Sportsnet listened to. And they didn't listen to. It's a funny thing. I think I did a pretty good thing that I did. I'm trying to think. Max Nami is with diabetes, and Max had his book out, so we showed the book. And all proceeds go to the diabetes. And he had a stick, and his dog Orion, who this diabetes dog. And then we did something about two kids that died in Nova Scotia, two young kids, 15 and 17, and we did a thing in that and their family. And then we did the Brampton Beast, in Brampton, where I held up their sweater, and it was about Lest We Forget, and the whole deal. And not a word was said about that. Nothing was said about all that stuff, but two words caused all the problem.
I think it was those people that.
Yeah, but never forget that with all the stuff that Ron and I did there. It's just two words that changed the whole thing. And if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. It doesn't. I'm not whining about it. 38 years is long enough, and it's a long time to go. And if I have to go out this way, I'm going out on a. Looks like I'm going out on a high anyhow. Yeah, and it could have been, and I think the word that I used was those people. It could have been Irish, it could have been Scotch, it could have been anybody. And it was picked up the way it was picked up, and the silent majority said nothing, and the people that wanted to pick it up intonated, as they say, and something like that, and Sportsnet, and that's who they listen to. And I do have a large following. And I feel that they listen to the wrong people. That's the way I feel.
Do you want to apologize?
No. I said I think the closest I'll come to apologize is saying I wish I had used I used different words. That's the only thing. And I think Ron, if he his apology after, I think what happened is I think that they jumped on it pretty hard. They jumped on it pretty hard.
You don't think that it deserves an outright apology, though? I mean, if you...
I think that I was ready to apologize, and for Sportsnet Saturday night, if I had been on, I was going to put out a tweet or whatever they do, and saying I was wrong, and I think it could have been smoothed over pretty good, but that's the way they wanted it, and that's the way it goes.
Well, when you read Ron's apology, and I'm sure you and Ron...
I saw it.
Last night was a really great lesson to Don and me. We were wrong, and I sincerely apologize, and I wanted to thank you for calling me and Don on that last night.
Yeah, you guys have probably had a conversation. What did you think of his apology?
Very disappointing. We're still friends, but I was very disappointed in the way he handled it, and I don't want to go in and condemn him or anything like that, but I was very disappointed.
Why, though?
Well, because he buried me, and like I said, I don't want to go any farther on Ron. You'll have to ask Ron about that. But I was very disappointed.
It's no secret that you've done a ton of work with legions. You've visited, Afghanistan. You've done tons of work with the troops. Some legions are coming back, denouncing what you've said, saying that it's a step back. Are you afraid that these comments and how they've been
No, you
taken?
must realize that, as I said earlier, the silent majority will say resign. They see what happened to me when I used two words wrong, and they saw what happened to me. So naturally, the Legion and you go down the list, the whole deal, they're not going to come out and support me, because if they do, they'll be lumped in with that. But that's the way it is, and I'm not. You're asking me a question. I'm just telling you.
Do you think that this could be the end of an era, in terms
Well-
of Hockey Night in Canada? It's no secret. People are changing the way that they watch hockey nowadays. Some watch it on streaming app services.
Well, I know a lot of
People
people. I know a lot of people have a lot of different, but they all tune in to see Coach's Corner, and it's the most. It was the most watched thing in Canada, and I know people. I get it all the time in the airports and that they don't watch the hockey game. They tune in for Coach's Corner, so that's good enough for me.
So what's next? What are your big plans? For
I have no
Saturday night?
plans. I've never been asked by anybody else to go and to do anything, and I have no plans whatsoever, except to be on TV with somebody with CKWS.
Do you want to get back into broadcasting, or is this it for you?
No,
How do you feel inside? I know you're still obviously likely processing this, but
Well, this is like this is like surreal. That and I suppose it won't hit me for a week or so. But I've been doing interviews and everything like that, and I haven't had time to really sit down and think about it. So, but I broadcasting, I'm terrific at it, as you can hear and see. That I think I'd like to keep in it, but if I don't, I don't.
have you ever been reprimanded for comments?
Oh, many times I've been reprimanded. I think, like I said, I think that this could have been smoothed over a little bit, but I've been in 38 years. If you're on that long, you do get you do get called on the carpet, as they say.
Do you think what you said was racist?
No, I don't.
Divisive.
What I said was, and I should have used the word everybody. And I do believe to this day that everybody in Canada should have a poppy on, because in honor and respect of the fallen soldiers that have fallen in the Second and World War, Korea, and the whole deal. Those people gave their lives. At least we can buy a poppy.
So let's just reiterate that then. They come from wherever you're suggesting it
Could have been Ireland.
anywhere.
Could have been could have been Ireland. Could have been Welsh. Could have been Scotland. Could have been anywhere. And that's the way people.
I guess the reason why I'm coming back to this, Don, is because there's been a lot of people who have spoken out about this, who are people of color, who have,
Well, that's their.
who have served. Right?
Yeah, and I said it could have been, as I said, it could have been anybody. Could have been. I keep repeating myself for you. It could have been Ireland. Could have been Scotch. Could have been English. Could have been anybody.
Do you wish this would have?
I just got through saying I wish if I had gone on Saturday night, I would have said I wish I had said everybody instead of you people.